Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha, the God man, and that new Lookism chapter. Oh my God! First of all, a big shout out to the author, a big massive shout out to the author, man. The way he brings in real life scenarios is absolutely sublime. It's phenomenal. One of the first things that got me into this webtoon in the first place was how it looked at Lookism. First, I thought that guy was gonna be ugly or some shit. Like, no offense, obviously, I thought he was gonna be like, damn, looking like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, he's writing about this. This guy must have went through some hardship. So the guy was like, my boy handsome as a mud. Like, what? My dude handsome as a mud. Like, huh? But he was aware, bro. He was aware, he saw the situations probably, you know what I'm saying, or whatever sparked his mind to write this shit, bro. It served him well, bro, because he murks it, bro. When he talked about how, like, people are treated so differently based upon their looks, bro. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. People are affected. People commit suicide. People do crazy shit because of how people treat them, because of how they look. It's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's why quote unquote ugly people are supposed to be really bad people or really really nice people. There's like no in between, because they're treated like shit, so they don't want to treat other people like shit, or because they're treated like shit, they treat others like shit. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those scenarios, bro, where people treat them like shit. That's the problem. People need to stop doing that. Now, a thing he talked about here that was especially astounding is Korea and the problems in Korea. One of the key reasons why he talks about Lookism is because it's a huge thing for people to have plastic surgery in Korea. It's a huge thing for K-pop stars to look perfect. It's a huge thing that the more attractive you are, the more successful you're supposed to be. It's a massive thing out there. If you don't look a certain way, boy, I don't fuck with you out in the streets out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Which is phenomenal, but not phenomenal in a good way, but it's phenomenal how he talked about it, how he portrays it. Now in this one, we find out that just last year, I think there was 320 kids that were just abandoned. At least that's the ones that they found out about. That's the ones that they know about. 320 kids. Korea's not that big of a country. That's a lot of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound like crazy numbers. It's like, you know, when you compare anything to American numbers, nothing sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the crazy thing about it. In Ireland, we had two, three murders in the past week or so. That shit is unheard of. 3 murders in what? That shit unheard of. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy out here that you know how he dealt with it. First we meet Eli Jr. I'm gonna call him Eli Jang Jr. because I thought it was really Eli's background, but then in my head it was like, this is not making sense though. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking, but this ain't adding up. A few things was like hitting me. I was like, isn't this a plot hole? Didn't they mess up Eli Jang? Because like some parts of this it ain't added up. Some part of this ain't make it. So some parts of this ain't making no sense. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what's missing? Kept reading, finding out the kid is being exploited. Just like supposedly this is the type of shit that be happening in Korea. I'm pretty sure it does. You know, they sell a kid for money, bro, for profit, bro. You know what I'm saying? The kid is homeless, got nothing, got nobody, no guardian. These motherfuckers take him in, show him the street code, sell him, make him be a bad kid. They pay, bring him back, sell him again until they can't utilize him no more. They could sell him for good or just utilize him as a gang member or some dumb shit. It's crazy out here, bro. It's crazy what the world is capable of, but I'm amazed at how fantastically our Arthur-san here really dealt with the whole situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? He really went in depth about it. You know what I mean? He showcased the different types of methods that they may utilize in order to sell the product, aka the kid. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that the kid can be considered a product in itself, it kind of shows how inhumane some people are, man. Shout out to Taehyung Park for really orchestrating a lot of these harsh realities to people about Korea, about the place of home and K-pop, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people look at the glams and the glitz and they forget about the real life situations that's happening in these places, you know what I'm talking about? Parasite, I just watched that recently. That movie is phenomenal. If you haven't watched it, you should watch that shit. That also told me the exact same motherfucking thing, bro. It was like the disparity between the rich and poor is insane. The way richer people seem to treat lower class people is insane. What the lower class are willing to do in order to become rich is insane. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But yeah, I really love this chapter. The biggest surprise came at the end when we find out that Oli Wong is the one teaching this kid to pretend to be Eli because he wants to raise his own Eli because he's been infatuated with Eli since the day he met him. He felt like Sally Park and all the other guards and all them. He felt like they and Warren Chain. Well, I think mainly Sally and them. They were killing the Eli Jang that he fell in love with, which was a rootless fucker, a homeless guy with no family, without a fuck to give, somebody that was just out here doing it for him. You know what I'm saying? Out in the streets. Oh, I don't know what. It's always once to start recording, but so it's crazy that we see that, and then he's basically trying to test tube lab create his own Eli Jang, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it shows the types of things he's willing to do, and the kid loves him. The carpenter is what he's going by. The kid loves him and adores him because, you know, he'll do anything for love. He'll do anything to be accepted. And this is the type of situation, again, real people be going through. It's crazy, bro. Like, you might not think it exactly within those words, but it's the exact same shit, bro. To be accepted, to be loved, that's a part of the human condition. So, you know, that's how he's gonna probably end up growing up becoming a big ass criminal unless somebody does something about it and tries to steer him in the right direction. What the hell? I'm so sorry, but I'm sorry. But yeah, that's, you know, I was really blown away by the whole chapter. It was extremely deep, and I suppose we'll get in the background of Hostel, which is, you know, the current Hostel, the the Ali Wong version of Hostel, and how crazy that shit is since he took over and took charge. Because it's not about family for him. It's about control. It's about power. It's about levels. It's about freedom. It's about craziness. You know what I'm saying? So that's what extremely interesting. You know, we saw Ali Wong and how he ended up, you know, because he wanted to be a badass so bad. He wanted to be Eli Jang so bad that he betrayed his parents. He attacked his parents. Then he ran away from home, learned how to fight. He's living out in the streets because he prefers that. He glorifies that. It's like rich folks glorifying gang life, and they leave the comfortable family and life in order to pursue that gang culture, that gang life, that, you know, selling coke shit, you know what I'm saying? And when they realize the harsh realities, it's too late for them to leave and go back. Oh my God, Jesus. And go back to the regular lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy what these guys be doing in order to be accepted. And I think this shit just portrayed it on a whole different level, man. Mini Eli Jang Jr., man, the kid, you know, you can see that, like, even when he goes to the family, he does exactly what the carpenter tells him. Pretend to be nice and then stop being crazy, pretend to be a psychopath, all that shit. And they covered the carpenter super well. And I don't know why I didn't wonder, throughout that I never wondered, why do they keep putting a hoodie on the carpenter? Because I was so intrigued by the story, and I thought it was Eli Zhang's background story. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. Oh, damn. Sorry. There's a few things because from what we learned about Eli Zhang, it didn't seem like this is how he came about, right? So I can't 100% remember how he came about, so that's why I was probably gullible about it, but I'm pretty sure he would have talked about, like, some parent figure type shit. You know what I mean? If that was the scenario, but I don't think that was the scenario, so that's not what he talks about. But yeah, absolutely love the chapter, man. You know what I'm saying? And he reveres Ali Wong like Ali Wong revered Eli Zhang, which is the crazy part. And then with the best twist at the end is when Eli Zhang Jr. meets Eli Zhang with a big H on his forehead, you know what I'm saying? Because he's no longer hiding it with his old hairstyle, which I still prefer his old hairstyle and the coloring. He made him look way more unique. Now I think he just blends in with the rest of the black hair dudes, which is a little bit annoying. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, man, the kid acts even, you know, but he just wants to be loved. He wants to be accepted. He wants to stay at a family. He doesn't want to keep bouncing from place to place and doing what the carpenter / Ali Wong wants him to do. But he feels like he doesn't got a choice because he's the only person that he can guarantee to be able to go back to. While these other people keep dropping him off and just throwing, like, using him and discarding him as they please. Especially the parents that need an apartment, an expensive apartment or a high grade apartment. If you have kids, you get priority. So the more kids you have, the higher the priority. So they, you know, you know, a few months before the baby's coming through, or when they want a house, they adopt somebody, pay a bit of cash, you know, then they borrow that kid just to get the apartment, and then it's like, all right, bye kid, we don't fuck with you no more, fuck out of here. So it's like a service, man. They utilize these kids, and it's crazy. So yeah, I was really intrigued by the whole chapter. Absolutely loved it, and yeah, I just want to talk about it, and I'm so excited for the next chapter. Anyway, guys, it's been your boy Supreme Uchiha, dear God. I'm gonna try to have way more reviews this week. I just been so tired, but I will try my best to have way more reviews this week. That's why I even dropped songs out here, because I had those recorded already for like a few weeks. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the music as well. You know what I'm saying? I'll occasionally drop some here, but I try to keep it focused on just reviews. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As much, I can't wait for the comments where we can have a sick ass discussion per usual. So much love. It's been your boy Supreme Uchiha, the God, showering out.